Artificial intelligence is causing huge disruptions in the job market. Let's talk about some of the ways that it's doing that. Let's start with the most obvious. AI can make you redundant. If artificial intelligence can do your job, it's very likely that AI will take your job. Every publicly traded company has one job: to return value to shareholders. If a CEO can deliver a product or service for less by using AI versus hiring or keeping someone on staff, they have a fiduciary responsibility to utilize the cheaper system. It doesn't matter how nice your boss is. It doesn't matter how loyal an employee you've been. Capitalism and the free market says you will be out of a job. Next up, AI will reject you. With so many job postings now online, hiring managers are not sorting through the hundreds or thousands of applications they receive by hand. Instead, these applications are analyzed and ranked using artificial intelligence, with a large number being rejected on the spot. The first problem here is that the datasets being used to train these systems that do the analysis and ranking oftentimes contain a lot of bias. So if you're not using the same words in your application, or if you didn't attend the same schools or live in the same places as others that work for this company or work in the industry, there's a greater chance that your application is automatically rejected or ranked very low on the list. The second and more systemic problem is that the companies using these systems are not building them in-house. Instead, there are a handful of companies that offer these services to other companies. That means if company X rejected your application, then company Y and 100 other companies may automatically reject your application as well, because it's the same application going through the same system. The same biases apply and the same outcomes are achieved. This is why when you're submitting an application for a job, you're getting so many rejections so quickly, or very often not hearing anything back. It's because you were automatically rejected without anyone even looking at your application. Finally, AI will reduce returns. Even if you're not outright replaced by artificial intelligence, the reality is AI being present in any field can be an assistive tool. It can be quicker for you to develop prototypes and to push out a product. But that also means it's easier for your competitors. The reality is, systems like generative AI, they work very well in areas where the error band is wide and the specifications have broad room for interpretation. That means you can spit out a final product relatively quickly and meet your client's requirements, even if it's not exactly how you would have pictured it in your own mind. What that now means is you have a race to the bottom, both in terms of quality and cost. The only way to recoup is to find more clients or hopefully be able to expand on your offerings. But that takes time, that takes skill. And then we still have the same problem where AI forces that lower and lower and your returns are continuously reduced. Unfortunately, there's no clear solution here. The items I've listed are a small subset of how AI can impact the job market, which itself is just a small subset of how AI is going to impact the economy as a whole. My recommendations are: be dynamic, distinguish yourself, continuously upskill. Make sure that you are one step ahead, if not of artificial intelligence in general, then at least of the companies that are trying to incorporate and utilize AI. The ultimate reality here is that it's going to fall to Congress and legislatures to put systems in place to make sure that employees are protected, to make sure that issues relating to bias are addressed and removed, and looking ahead, understanding that the impact on the economy is going to be great. And we need to make sure that the citizens are taken care of. So there's a lot for everyone to do. We'll do our part, but those in Congress, those in the executive, those that are in government need to do their part as well.